ever wonder who the most dangerous presidents in Africa's history were? As we delve into the annals of history, we uncover leaders who, driven by power, left a trail of devastation in their wake. We'll journey through time, unearthing the dark side of power, revealing the birthplaces, reigns, and ultimate ends of these formidable figures. Stay tuned to find out. Born in 1925 in Koboko, Uganda, Idi Amin, also known as the Butcher of Uganda, is first on our list. Amin's reign from 1971 to 1979 was a chilling episode of Uganda's history. His brutal dictatorship was marked by horrifying human rights abuses, rampant corruption, and nepotism. The terror he unleashed upon his people was like a dark shadow that refused to lift. His rule was characterized by arbitrary arrests, torture, and extrajudicial killings. Amin's reign of terror came to an end in 1979, but the scars left by his dictatorship still linger in the hearts of many Ugandans. In 2003, Amin breathed his last in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Amin's rule, marked by gross human rights abuses, political repression, and corruption, was one of the bloodiest in Africa's history. Next, we travel to Central African Republic, where Jean Bedel Bokassa was born in 1921. Bokassa seized power in a coup in 1966, ruling with an iron fist until his overthrow in 1979. His reign was marked by grandiose delusions, as he declared himself an emperor and lived in opulence while his people languished in poverty. Bokassa's brutal regime was characterized by human rights abuses and political repression. His reign came to an end in 1979, but the shadow of his dictatorship lingered long after. Bokassa lived until 1996, when he passed away in Bangui, the capital of the Central African Republic. Bokassa's reign was a reign of extravagance and terror, leaving the nation in economic ruin. Lastly, we journey to Zimbabwe, the birthplace of Robert Mugabe in 1924. A revolutionary turned autocrat, Mugabe rose to power in 1980, promising liberation after the country's struggle for independence. However, his rule quickly darkened with a cloud of corruption, rigged elections, and gross human rights abuses. Zimbabwe, once the breadbasket of Africa, spiraled into economic collapse under Mugabe's iron-fisted rule. Hyperinflation soared, unemployment skyrocketed, and basic services dwindled. The promise of liberation was replaced by a reign of terror and hardship. In 2017, after 37 years in power, Mugabe was ousted in a military coup. He spent his final years in exile and passed away in Singapore in 2019. Mugabe's rule started with promise but ended in economic ruin and widespread discontent.